Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night, where tonight we're coming to you from Phillip Island, of course, home of Australian motorcycle racing generally, but tonight we're here for the Formula 4s, the continuing saga of season 32 of Sunday Night Lights. Round 5 this week at Phillip Island. I'm Alex McKellen. Joining me, as always, is the Cardiac one, Mr. Corey Steinhauser. Corey, 4,800, nearly 4,900 strength of field tonight. The folks have come out to keep things going and keep the action hot.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. We've got 7 drivers over 5K. 4880 is the strength of field, and what an excellent track. Phillip Island, so picturesque in real life and in sim. You can see for absolute miles, and it's a very fast and flowy track with only a couple of areas where you really need to be pulling up the car to go slow, such as the flowy nature of this track.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. We got 16 drivers here tonight, starting with Sound Avantia for Speedy Snails. Cowboy here, car number 1. Neil Gardner, Captain 49, yet to take the track. Fraser Smith, UK&I, with that fantastic fighter pilot livery, or that fighter plane livery, is car number 3. Henry Moore for UK&I, his compatriot there, is car number 4. Of course, 1-2 back-to-back so far this season. As I said, Captain 499 joins us again for Respectful Hornets Racing. Neil Gardner, he's car number 2. Yuanzi Lin joins us once again as car number 5. 6 will be Vasco Sorowski, the head clown himself. Great to see Vasco back in a bit of form here. Glenn Corrigan, I think he's just about to take the track. There he is, car number 7 for Jim's Mowing Racing. Martin Aldous, there you go. There he is, TNT Racing. Old school Skippy driver, the TNT. We spoke about it last week. Very synonymous with Skippy Racing back in the day. Another driver joining us from the old Skippy fraternity. Chris Simpson from UK&I is car number 9 here, I believe on debut, if I'm not mistaken, here on a Sunday night. Nick Armstrong, the Yellow Pages Mobile for ANZ, his car number 10, rounds out the top 10 of this seedings, at least, Corey.
That's right, Alex. And joining us from very early in the morning, representing Canada, is Edward Buchanan as car number 11. Great to see him out there and so early in the morning having a crack at it. Sean Doyle for Oz and Z coming out of car number 12. Lucky 13 is going to be Fabio Berchold. Another one from the Skippy fraternity, because I remember stuffing up his last name several times. We got Dion Smokes from the Virginias and car number 14, another one who is up very early in the morning. It is currently 6:51 a.m. for Dion. We've got Braden Martin out there for Locked On iRacing. In fact, it's not Locked On iRacing, it's a very different livery. But he's going to be out there in car number 15. And wrapping up the field, just coming in with a 38.89, I think it was, or 39.89, was Alex Hurte from Iberia, Alex.
Yeah, Alex just sneaking into this one, but the times are going to start to fall here at the moment. I'm just trying to see who's furthest through their laps. Probably Henry Moore is closest to finishing his first lap. Looking for 39s in the first and 38s maybe in the seconds, depending on how these guys goes, if memory serves. Coming out of the final corner there is Mr. Moore. 1-2 back-to-back as he makes his way across the line for the end of his first flying lap, and does so as he heads down in turn 1. 39.2. Great way to start, Bertold, with a 39.4. Fraser Smith jumps up, provisionally be on the front row there, Corey, with a 39.2. Only 2 100s separating those two Englishmen, I think they are.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And Sound Avantia just popping up into third, and he's just set off. Vasco Sorowski coming up with a 39 flat, going just about 2/10 clear of Henry Moore there to take over provisional pole. What a stonking lap for Sorowski there, Alex.
Yeah, he's got some pace here when he chooses the right gear stack, and tonight looks like he might have done so with a 10th and a half clear of Moore. He's just got to nail this second lap. keep the nerves in check and put on another stonker here for the second one round. Meanwhile, Smith, oh no, it's actually Moore who's furthest along in his second lap again. Although I think on Aldous, Martin and Aldous was fair way around, but he's made a mistake. Neil Gardner dropping inside the top 10 provisionally after his first lap with 39.6 as we follow Moore rounding out his lap. So what he can do, can he improve and unseat Swarovski from provisional pole?
Well, we'll see here in just a few moments. Alex says coming through the final corner is Henry Moore now making his way down the pit straight. And let's see what he's got at the line. And it is good enough to take over provisional pole with a 39.015, Alex.
Oh, beautiful work. Armstrong now jumps up to P3 in the standings for quali. Swarovski now, what's he got? Has he got anything? Can he improve? He only needs about a tenth or half thereof to get it done, and he does. Swarovski nails it with only person into the 38s with a 38.9, and I think he's almost the last to get done. I think that's almost everyone, Corey.
Yeah, that's right. Alex has 1C Lynn's just coming to complete his lap. He is just jumping up into P6, and then he gets pipped by Braden Martin, who comes in for a last-minute lap there as well. Just a couple of cars left on track, and I think one of them is Neil Gardner waiting to get his lap done here, Alex.
Yeah, great times there by Martin and Lynn in quick succession. They'll be sitting, it looks like, on the third and fourth row. Neil Gardner drops up to join Lynn on the fourth row as the clock starts ticking down. I think most are done. Corrigan now crossing the line. I don't know if that one will count. Yes, it does. He moves up to 15th. Dan Smokes for FPM Overmatine. Has the Overmatine livery on. Of course, in Australia we call it Ovaltine, but I'll have it on good authority. In Europe it's Ovalmatine, hence the FPM Ovalmatine team name and livery as Smokes now crosses the line. Car number 14 does not improve his time and stays starting out of 13th, Corey.
I think he had actually already completed his laps there, Alex. He was actually on par with Henry Moore as the cars were coming out of the pits. So I think everyone who can do a lap has done a lap. It's just Martin Arnold's who has not completed both of his laps. Looks like he came into the pits on his second with some kind of an issue.
Yeah, he had a moment, I think. I can probably pick it up on replay. Here he is coming. Oh, he's just clipped the grass on the exit of the southern loop. Very easy to do if you get a bit greedy on the gas coming out of the southern loop. You can make up a lot of time if you get it right. And unfortunately for Martin, that was not what happened for him there. As quality ticks down and we are done. Let's go check out our grid for tonight's big one. Vasco Swarovski sits on pole. Let's hope this time he gets it into gear. Last time he was on pole, he had a bit of trouble with that. Car number 6 starting from pole for Team Clowns with a 38.9. Alongside him will be Henry Moore for UK and I, about 3/100s behind. Nick Armstrong, another ANZ driver, starting from third. Alongside him, making it 3 out of 4 ANZ drivers for Speedy Snails. The Cowboy, Sam Devantia, starts in fourth. Fraser Smith, UK and I, in fifth. Off the grid, here we go. What's that? 4 from 6. Braden Martin for Locked On Banter Alliance Racing starts out of 6th here tonight. 7th off the grid, 1C Lynn for Swift Cooper. And then 8th off the grid for Respectful Racing. Hornets Inc., I should say. Neil Gardner, Captain 499. Fabio Berthold for TNT Racing out of 9th. Chris Simpson out of 10th for UK and I. 11th off the grid, Edward Buchanan from Canada. Sean Doyle for White Knuckle Racing out of 12th as we go to the pace. 13th off the grid, Dan Smokes for FBM Overmatine. Martin and Aldous from TNT Racing out of 14th. Glenn Corrigan for Jim's Mowing Racing out of 15th and 16th starting off tonight will be Alex Herde as the green lights give way, or the red lights give way for the green flag, and we are off for the first of what I think is 12 laps here tonight in this 20-minute race, Corey.
That's exactly right, Alex, as with the field goes storming down into turn number 1, Doon corner, and this is where we could probably see a lot of action throughout the race, maybe not so much here on the first lap. Turn 2 can be a bit of a danger zone. It looks like for the moment everyone's making it through quite nicely. It's still 2x2 right back in the very back of the pack, but everyone else out the front single filed out, and everything looking pretty good so far, Alex.
Yeah, this is where the action will start. Swarovski swings a little bit wide out of Stoner, comes down into Miller for the first time. We see Moore make his move through Miller. It's all pretty tidy, 2x2 deep into this field, and they get it done on the way to Siberia. It is Moore who's made the move on Swarovski. Armstrong sits, there's a big pile up in the back. Oh my goodness, that's taken out plenty. I'll have to go find a replay, Corey, checking what's going up front.
So up front is still Henry Moore leading the way from Swarovski. Nick Armstrong, having a great race up there in third, and Sam Devantier all over his tail, looking to make a good race out of this one, Alex.
Yeah, let me see if what happened back here, if I can pick it up. I want to see. Oh, yeah, look, who was that? That was Martin, as you say, on Aldous, I think, who just let it go there. Let me see if I can catch that again. Hang on. I'll just try one more time because it was a big one. Let me try again. Hang on, see if I can click the right buttons. Who was it that let go in front? Oh, yeah, it looks almost all on his own. There. It was the 15, actually, I think. And then, yeah, it's all just come a cropper for a whole bunch of people in that lot. And it's all through Siberia. 3 wide. So they mostly got through cleanly in the end. But, yeah, nasty one to start this one off. We jump up back to front. Swarovski's now taking his turn on the front. Oh, swinging wide is Armstrong. How to do it now into Miller. Locking up the brakes was Devantier, covering off from behind the chase, the charging Smith, but does mean Armstrong goes through. This pack of 5 looks to have broken away, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. It was very interesting watching them coming down the pit straight. Henry Moore was defending the inside line just ever so slightly, and that was all Swarovski needed to get around his outside for Doon corner, which was quite the spectacle to watch, as he just got Henry cleared as they were going into turn 1. And that's going to be a trend in this race, is the outside line going into turn 1. It's not the preferred line, but it really helps set you up for turn 2, especially if you can get the move made before you get into Doon corner, Alex.
Yeah, that's right, mate. And then you got to think about the run through Southern Loop down into Miller at turn 4. Realistically, the move can be done not until then. And of course, you're also thinking about the run out of there through Siberia. Look, the whole track is so well connected. It flows so well together that you can be thinking about the move as you cross the start-finish line 1 lap before executing it as you cross the next time round, having played out your strategy throughout the preceding lap. As we jump back, there's moves getting made. Oh, there's Chris Simpson's gone. He's had rear contact there from, I'm just going to see who that was. Sorry, I'll see if I can grab it again. Hang on. It's just the 8th. Oh, yeah, they've crossed over. I don't know if Simpson's gone wide there through sort of not being able to hold the inside line.
Oh, at the front of the field, Alex.
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me, Swarovski.
Vasco's gone.
Oh, no.
And it's Nick again, just like the warm-up race.
Oh, no. Let me just see what happened here. See if I can find... Oh, stop clicking there. Here we go. Let's go see what happened here to Swarovski. Oh, net code. Yeah, once they're tight, and they're so tight together, and then the net code in these things will just do it every time, unfortunately. Once those wheels get locked together, you just can't afford to race so tightly there, unfortunately. And Vasco Mate, if he had any luck this season, it's been bad. He was right up there after taking pole, in and up to his eyeballs. And then, unfortunately, yeah, side-by-side racing didn't work out this time.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. As this means that Henry Moore has pulled away with this one. It looks like Vasco had enough damage on the car that he actually had to tow into the pits. And now we've just got a race in 3 between Moore, Devantia, and Smith, as they have absolutely pulled away from Berthold, who is back there in P4, leading a group of 4.
Yeah, he's joined by Doyle, Smokes, and Armstrong, who managed to drive away from that one somewhat astoundingly. I guess he was on the inside and didn't get spat out into the wall out of that one. The side-by-side neck code in these things is unfortunately, you know, not really great, shall we say, as up the inside goes 13 of Berthold once again. He drops it up the inside of Doyle, or at least he defends up the inside of Doyle. Doyle now continuing to defend from Smokes behind. Side by side they go through Siberia this time round. Doyle should get the reasonable run out, and Smokes seeds the corner. He surely won't attack on the run up to Lukey Heights. He's kind of showing the nose, but they've got it sorted. And away they go once again. Just top over the Lukey Heights. Oh, Armstrong shows the nose into the braking zone at MG. This time round decides better of it, Corey. Oh, we lost another one. Hurte.
Oh.
Hurte's had a big moment. Hang on, let me just go and have a look. Side by side. This is what we were talking about. And then he just grabs the grass on the outside of Lukey Heights, and then just makes his way down quietly to rejoin pretty safely, actually. That's a job well done. Unfortunately there for Hurte, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. He's usually one of the front-running kind of drivers, and it sucks to see him have a little bit of bad luck, just like Swarovski. But this battle for the top 3 is definitely starting to heat up a little bit here. Devantia is taking the lead, and Smith and Moore side by side as they're going through the southern loop. This will be an advantage more for when they get into Miller, but that outside line can be very viable if you can manage to stick it in there, because it gives you the inside for Siberia.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what he looks to have done. Smith now holding the inside for Siberia. Side by side they continue to go for half a lap. Oh, the netcoat's got him. The Cowboy's gone. The Cowboy's gone. Oh, look at Smith doing the right thing, hitting reverse, getting off everyone's line. The two of them doing a fantastic job of rejoining there safely. Oh, but what a tragedy. Let me just see if I can grab that again. You can just see, and I don't know whether he's picked up the gas early or, yeah, you see, they're just locked on the way through the corner, just as they're thinking about picking up the gas. And the neck code in these things side by side is just appalling at times. It's not something you'll see. It's almost comical, actually arcade-like in this simulator. But hopefully iRacing will get their handle on that, and we can get back to good racing. Meanwhile, Devantia's gone. Cowboy are going to pick up his latest victory. Behind there, Smokes and Doyle in a 3-way battle with Berthold, and they're just about to be joined by Armstrong to make it a 4-way battle for the minor positions on the podium, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. I almost thought they were going to go 3 wide that time coming out of the final corner. They get a little back single file here for the southern loop, but this is definitely a bit of a battle pack going on here, as there's a whole lot of radio chatter as well about what happened there through Siberia. A lot of people questioning the room given, considering the amount of neck code there has been in these cars.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. As Doyle looks to go up the inside. Oh, and Smokes is just a little bit loose on the exit, but comes back underneath Doyle. See, there's plenty of room given there. Interesting. I was thinking about, what's his name? He wears the Jamaican livery and the Jamaican flag. He pops in every now and then, the 8K driver. Anyway, he was in here the other day, and we're at Hedeth, and he was moving, and I thought it was feathering the throttle. It was actually taking wider lines, and I thought Doyle did a great job there through Siberia, just taking a wider line to lengthen the track a bit so he doesn't have to lift out, but still gives room for the corner there for Smokes to go through and without costing either of them too much time. So smart driving there from Doyle. Fantastic work. Devantia, well, in the lonely race, he's got, what's that, a 6-second gap, nearly 5.5-second gap. This is where the battle will be. Behind, between Smokes, Doyle, Berthold and Armstrong. Corrigan now in his own scrap with Arnoldus and Buchanan. But as this quartet, mainly the trio battling away here of Doyle, Smokes and Berthold. Oh, Arnoldus is gone. I think he's gone on the outside of turn 1. Let me see if I can grab it.
Oh, Dan Smokes has gone to the southern loop as well, Alex.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm just trying to... Oh, he just went... Oh, no, I don't know what I've grabbed there. Let's see. Arnoldus around the outside, too wide. Yeah, just got a feather of a touch there. A little bit of help on the outside. Then that was Arnoldus down Smokes. Whoa, I think he's just got loose in the rear there. I don't know if it checked up in front of him. Very easy to lose the rear of the car there if it just... carrying a little bit more speed than those around you. The rear will let go here in many cars, including this one. And again, nice rejoin there, keeping it safe for those around. Now we're down to a battle pack of 3 for the minor paces. Sean Doyle, if you don't mind, leading the ANZ charge. 1-2, I should say. Devantia and Doyle, Armstrong and Corrigan. 4 of the top 5. When was the last time we saw that on a Sunday night, Corey?
Oh, it hasn't been for a very long time, Alex, but in saying that, if you had told me that the battle for second and third was going to be waged between 3 cars, all in double digits, as far as their car number is concerned, I would have called you crazy.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Often say that car number on the box doesn't mean too much on these nights, but yeah, fair call though. 4,880 soft here tonight, strongest of the week by a country mile. As I'm just going to check out behind, there are 2 wide still going in. Corrigan holding off Smith and Lynn as they continue in that battle. Berthold, Doyle and Armstrongs all continue to be the one to watch as we see Doyle, who will fight it out with the best of them. Get the elbows out. Loves his racing to Sean Doyle. Side by side he goes through the corner with the 13 of Berthold. Berthold comes out with a better drive on the inside line. And Armstrong watching and waiting all the while, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. It looks like Armstrong's just trying to play the patient game now. He doesn't want what happened to Sorosky to happen to these guys by the looks of things. And he's just mainly letting these 2 battle it out, Berthold and Doyle. And, he's probably under the thinking that if these 2 make a mistake and get together, especially with how hard they're battling each other, he could swoop in and take advantage and take the second place on a silver platter, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't have to fight every lap. He just has to fight the last 1 or 2. I'm thinking might be the mindset there from Armstrong. Meanwhile, behind, Corrigan still leads this tertiary pack here with Smith, who you'd probably have to have your money on Smith, given recent form, to grab that final spot in the top 5. But Glenn Corrigan, if you don't mind, currently sitting 10 positions up from where he started, as is Sean Doyle, who's currently sitting in second, Corey.
Yeah, exactly, Alex. It's amazing to see the progress that they've had coming up through the field, as Corrigan just lost the spot to Fraser Smith going through turn 1. But Sean Doyle still maintaining that second place. He had a hard charge from Berthold there going along the pit straight and managed to keep his nose in front and maintain the second position, as we're only going to have about 3.5 laps to go here, as it's pretty much a 12-lap race, Alex.
Yeah, that's it, mate. And the pack behind now still going 2 by 2. Almost looks 3 by 3 wide there, but all the way to Buchanan and Lynn still side by side in the background. Plenty of action here. This track never fails to bring the action. The overtakes come, or the attempts at least, come thick and fast. Meanwhile, Devantia, he's gone. He's now at nearly 6.5 seconds ahead of Doyle, Berthold and Armstrong. Great to see a couple of TNT races in this one, and one sitting up near the front. Berthold sitting in third at the moment, trying to get that or secure that podium position. But Armstrong, he's in an ANZ sandwich between Doyle and Armstrong. Those two both looking pretty keen and racy, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. As out of the final corner, they go onto the pit straight. This is the closest Berthold has been to Doyle coming out of the final corner. And it looks like he's going to be side by side as they come across the line under the bridge. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there as they got a little bit close to each other on the pit straight. And once again, Doyle maintaining position and continuing to lead out this second pack.
Yeah, gets it done there to Sean Doyle. And manages to hold on through the southern loop on the exit there, as you would expect. Meanwhile, and he's got the run too, so it doesn't look like he's going to be under threat into Miller Corner either, although the late run starting to come from Berthold. He holds off. Meanwhile, behind, 2 by 2 almost, they're kind of staggered, like they're on the starting grid. Smith leading this one from Corrigan, Buchanan and Lynn. 4 cars looking to get amongst it. Doyle, Berthold and Armstrong still line astern at this stage, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. These guys is probably going to be where the bigger battle is going to come from. All 4 of these guys know that anything can happen in front of them, and they could very well be battling for a podium at any moment. So these guys are all trying to make sure that they can be in the front of this little pack. But speaking about our battle per second, as Henry Moore has gone to the pits, Alex, I just saw on my timing screen.
Oh, hang on. Oh, he's had an incident. Let's go check out what happened to Henry. I'm wondering if he's just had enough. He's pulled over. Maybe he's short-fueled. Maybe he's just resigned himself to not having a decent finish. I don't know. He was 2 on the trot, not getting the third one tonight, as Sean Doyle once again defending from Berthold. Berthold pokes his nose in front. Doyle around the inside. At turn 1 hangs on. This is Armstrong starting to look interested now as he closes up. Meanwhile, behind the pack of 4, these guys are looking really racy. Corrigan now trying to attack Fraser Smith with Buchanan and Lynn. These guys looking very racy. The guys in front, led by Sean Doyle. You see Devantier, the cowboy, off in the distance there. Coming in the braking zone at 4. They're still okay. What's going on behind here? Oh, big lock up from Lynn, I think, on the outside. Lynn's gone from this battle. Did he manage to keep it? Oh, well pulled up, sir. Well done. He's managed to keep it on track, but he will struggle with just 1.5 to go, Corey, to catch back up to the guys in front.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. It's a bit of a distance for Lynn to try and make up here, and I'm not sure whether he will actually be a factor within this little battle, as we are edging ever closer to the end of this race, I think. With the pace that S32 has been putting on without being challenged at all, we might actually get 13 laps out of this race, which is pretty interesting to think about.
Yeah, could well be, mate. Could well be. As the chase back at Doyle, Berthold and Armstrong round the final corner for what I'm guessing might be the penultimate time. No, you're right, mate. We've got the extra one. There was no white flag vigorously waving there by Fred. He's kept it in his pocket. We're going to get 13 by the looks. Sam setting a blistering pace. Unusual. I thought we did 12. Anyway, and we got the front. Oh, was in the background. Was it Corrigan? Jim's mowing wasn't mowing the grass. It was Smith this time round mowing the grass as Corrigan gets half a snip of a breakaway there. Buchanan sitting with Smith. And they're just a bit staggered out. Meanwhile, our secondary pack here, or our main pack here fighting for the podium positions, are still line astern. Bit surprised Armstrong hasn't made his move yet. I don't know if he picked up any damage with that incident with Sorowski. Ken slows down his straight line speed. Armstrong known to like to attack, but so does Doyle. So Berthold, the quality driver that he is, certainly with 2 racy guys. Oh, a big thing of smoke. Herte's gone, I think. What's happened to Herte? I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, he's fallen down the order.
Yeah, I'm just watching I'm guessing the rear's just gone through Siberia. But no good reason at all at this stage of the race. Interesting. All right, let's go check back in with our...
Well, speaking of the rear going, Sean Doyle just had a moment coming out of MG where his rear went. That's put Berthold up into P2 now as Armstrong trying to get to the inside of Doyle now as they come onto the pit straight. It is white flag, last lap, last chance to win it or wear it for these drivers now, Alex.
Yeah, Doyle in the unusual position of going around the outside at turn one this time round. Not quite far enough up. He's going to hang it around the outside. Goes very deep into the... Wow, what a fantastic run through turn one. Although I don't know if Berthold might be playing a bit of ducks and drakes, looking to set up for the draft to pass across the line. But that looked beautiful from Doyle there. Took the outside, kept the boot in, and kept the position as they come down to Miller Corner here at the heaviest braking zone other than MG. Oh, crossing lines there was Berthold, just ensuring that Armstrong didn't try to go up the inside there. There's going to be a battle in two. Very difficult to come from third to lead this pack for Armstrong. Doyle looking in a good position. Just depends on whether that last run through MG at turn 10, the crucial final heavy braking zone before you just give it the welly through to the final. Oh, this time Berthold's got to shake him up through Lukey Heights, puts him offline, tries to set him up for MG. Doyle will be defending into MG. Interestingly, Berthold compromised his line, leaving Armstrong potentially with the best run. He took the natural racing line, didn't quite get the drive he might have expected, but it'll be Doyle leading Berthold. Berthold will have the draft. Money's on Berthold at this stage. Which line does Doyle take? He takes the tighter line. Does he flow it out? He does actually flow it out. Come back to the wall, son. Come back to the wall. No. Fred waves the checkered flag. Oof. And who did it go to? Doyle got it. Up 10 spots to take second there, and I didn't even catch Sam crossing the line. Hang on. I better go catch Sam crossing the line. Where's Cowboy? No.
Oh.
Sorry.
And a bit of late race drama here, Alex. We've had Corrigan come into the pits on the final lap. I'm not sure what happened to him. And
right.
Lynn actually coming in on the penultimate lap.
Yeah, right. Maybe they had damage that they, you only get 3 laps on the meatball flag. And Corrigan just leaving pit lane. That's a shame. I'm trying to catch the moment when the Cowboy finished race. The telemetry telling me the checkered flag came out about halfway through his lap. This was the run the Cowboy had. It was sedate. It was controlled. Grabs the short shift coming out of the final corner or into the final corner. Exits 12. That's probably the easiest win he'll have at any time, any given day. There he is, the Cowboy. Takes it out. Congratulations, Sam. There's Fred waving the checkered flag. Great victory there for the Cowboy. All right, speaking of race results and victories and whatnot, let's check them out. Round 5, season 32, Sunday Night Lights here on Top Split TV. The Cowboy, Sam Devanti for Speedy Snails, took it out by a fair old margin after the incidents that unfolded. Largely, I got to say, tight racing, a bit of netco thrown in. Not the greatest outcome for racing here tonight under those circumstances. But Sean Doyle took full advantage. A 1-2 ANZ finish for White Knuckle Racing. That's an outstanding drive from Doyle, up 10 positions to take out P2. Fabio Berthold for TNT Racing finished in third, just ahead of Nick Armstrong for ANZ. 3 of the top 4 ANZ drivers. Been a while since we've seen that. Fraser Smith from UK&I down there in 5th position. Edward Buchanan alongside him, just behind, I should say, in 6th. Martin and Aldous recovered TNT Racing. A couple of the TNT boys here having good results, finishing in 7th. Down Smokes for FMP. I thought it was FPM. Anyway, over Martin. He's finished in 8th. Alex Hurte, after having that late spin, finishes in 9th. Clint Corrigan, for some strange reason, down there in 10th, having to, I don't know if it's self-imposed pit penalty or something like that. Braden Martin didn't finish where he would have liked, down 5 positions for Locked On Banter Alliance Racing, down there in 11th. Chris Simpson from UK&I there in 12th. Neil Gardner, captain 499, not where he would have wanted to finish either, down 5 positions into 13th. You won't see Lynn Similarly, of that late run through the pits, I think you said, Corey, he finished in 14th along with Henry Moore there in 15th in our only retirement. Oh, sorry, he was retired along with Vasco Sorosky there. Disappointing after taking out pole and being riding it up to his eyeballs, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. It was definitely a very weird kind of circumstance that led to Vasco's retirement there early on in the race. And I was pulling for him to have such a good run too because he's got so much pace. He put it on pole and not by a small margin either. And it's just disappointing to see it all be for naught in the end of the day.
Yeah, that's it, mate. We've got a couple of folks in the green room. We'll bring up the race winner by a country mile. Calmest race I imagine you've ever had, Sam. That was quite a victory out there, mate.
Gonna be real, this doesn't feel like a win, honestly. Everyone was gone by lap 5, which is a bit of a shame, really. Some people need to calm down, honestly. It's a long race and people aren't being calm. But honestly, it's a win in the books, I guess. Yeah, honestly, it obviously makes it more fitting for Australia when a home track, right? Australia track, 1-2 as well. But honestly, I didn't have a good feel for it, honestly, because I was by myself. Like, Vasco got taken out 2 races in a row from Nick, same corner. And then the 2 behind, I don't know why they went side by side. One of them should have backed out and followed me on. But no, it's a win. It's a win.
Yeah, it is what it is, mate. I've got to say that the tight racing is one thing. The net code came out in force again, and probably just something we need to factor in, allow a little bit more while they figure out the net code of these cars. But in all honesty, mate, you can only play the cards that are dealt to you. You drove away with it, you increased the gap from those you behind. But yeah, it's 3 of the top 4 ANZ drivers. Not a bad night out for us, eh?
Yeah, it's not bad. I think some people actually got short fuel because I did the extra lap as well. I think people didn't have enough fuel. Glenn said he was saving fuel, so yeah.
I wondered if that was it. We called it during the race at 12 laps. What, we're going for 13, and then that's why the pit stops. Yeah, right.
He said over comms, he's out of fuel.
Yeah, right. Well, that would be it. I was wondering if it was a meatball, but it turns out he was short fueled. Sam, you're just too fast for the rest of the field, mate. That's what you're telling us. Anyway,
No.
Anyway, mate, great to see you. Congratulations on the great win. Good season building for you here. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to, mate?
Just you guys also every single week. Also my team Speed Snails, everyone that rocks up every night now. See the ANZ Skip Bubble stuff that was last night. Every Saturday night, 8:15 PM, 10:15 GMT.
Beautiful. All right, Sam. Great to see you, mate. Good luck with the rest of the season.
Yep, see ya.
Yeah, Corey, it was the Cowboys. Sam Devantia taking out a famous victory here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. It's great to see Sam get up there and get one for the Aussies on the Aussie track. And hopefully next week, because we go to another Aussie track next week, the now deceased and disappeared Oran Park Raceway. Hopefully some more luck going Sam's way for that one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone who didn't have much luck here tonight, Mr. Henry Moore joins us. Back-to-back wins, then tonight just didn't go the way of the blue number 4 car, Henry. Got caught up with a bit of net code and tight racing there by the looks.
Yeah, it's just one of those, you can't really do anything about that. He's got on the throttle a little early, which is fair enough, he's in front. I'm trying to stay alongside and we just get tangled, so yeah, not really anything we could do.
Yeah, that's right, mate. It's interesting, these cars, the second season into them and the net code's real. They just, once they hook up, it's just the physics gets thrown out the window and makes it hard to make it close through some of these corners. And some corners actually seem to be worse than others, but hopefully something that we can look forward to improvements being made in the near future. But look, 2 races back to back on the victories. Drop round this week, still in the hunt, mate.
Yeah, exactly that. I think I showed good pace today. Just a shame I didn't get the result I wanted, but I'll be back next week trying to get the win.
Beautiful. All right, Henry, great to talk to you, mate. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, you guys, well done for coming along every week. It's really appreciated. And Sam, good job on the win.
Beautiful. Thanks, Henry. Talk soon, mate.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
There you go, Corey. Henry Moore. I thought he was quite calm given everything that went on. But, we do have 4 drop rounds here out of the 12 races. So plenty of opportunity for the young man to get back into his stride.
Oh, yeah, I'm expecting him to bounce back big next week when we go to Oran Park. But I wonder just how he's going to run there, because it is a very different track to most of what we've had so far this season, with the very tight technical nature of it, and it being one of two properly designated road courses that have the figure eight configuration. So we'll see how he goes, and hopefully he'll be back up there to challenge Sam for the number one spot once more.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. We'll grab the final person in the booth here tonight, Mr. Fraser Smith, the other half of that unfortunate netcode incident. Fraser, it's just a thing in these cars, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, really, one of us should have backed out, but yeah, we both know better, I think. But I mean, I watched it back and I drifted wide a little bit, but I was on, I had like 20% throttle, hardly anything. And it wasn't even wheel to wheel. I think my rear wheel just tapped his front nose cone. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? Really?
Yeah, that's it, mate. It's interesting in these cars, just a characteristic that we got to come to terms with until they fix it, I guess. But certainly a great track here for racing. Typically, you can get the side-by-side going in most cars, and it's just an unfortunate way to end it.
Yeah, I mean, me and Glenn had a good race. I wish he'd have sort of sat behind, worked so we could catch the top with that pack in front. But at the end of the day, it's a race. So yeah, fair enough. He wanted to have a battle, and we did. So
yeah, that's it. It cost him at the end, though. If he just feathered the throttle a bit, he might have got there too. So anyway,
hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Who knew Sam was that fast? We got the extra lap in anyway. Congrats, P5 here tonight, mate. Season building nicely, hopefully. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, yourselves, Glenn this week for a good clean race, and my dad because it's his birthday. So we'll give him a shout out.
Happy birthday, Mr. Smith. Good stuff. All right, mate. Good to talk to you. Look forward to talking again soon.
Yeah, it'll be a couple of weeks. I'm not back next week, sadly, but Oran Park's one of my favourites, so I'm gutted.
Oh, it's a bummer.
A week after.
Yeah, it's a bummer. I feel like Oran Park's a bit like Silverstone National for the Fords. You know what I mean? It's the Aussie version. Yeah. I know it's a different layout and different kind of nature, but it's got that feel of a good Formula 4 track. So
yeah. I always enjoy it, but I'm sure we'll get it back another season. So
yeah, absolutely. All right, mate. Good to talk to you. Talk to you again soon.
Yeah.
There you go, Corey. Fraser Smith. Didn't quite go his way, but still finished with the top 5. Not a bad night out.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. He recovered quite nicely from that contact that he had earlier on in the race, which left Sam out to the races. And, it sucks that he's not going to be here for next week because it's shaping up to be a pretty interesting one, just race-wise with, certain people's feelings about the track.
Yeah, that's it. It's a like it or loathe it kind of job, but nothing it beats the feeling of getting through turn 1 successfully and braking and hanging on for dear life as you try to make turn 2. So should be a good night out nonetheless. But for tonight, folks, that might just about do us. Corey, do you want to tell the folks what you got coming up this week?
So this week we have the return of the Output Racing League Season 2 of 2023, and we're going to be kicking things off with the Gen 4 Cup car, and we're going to be going to the Legacy Pocono Raceway, which will be a bit interesting. We decided that since we're going to be using the old Cup car, that we're going to be doing mostly the Legacy tracks, which will definitely make things very interesting for that. Apart from that, just a little bit of video editing throughout the week, maybe a cheeky stream. We'll see how we go. And then back here next week with you, Alex, as we go and tackle Oran Park. Yeah,
looking forward to it, mate. But for now, folks, that'll do us. Make sure you go check out this and all the other race replays at the Top Split on YouTube. 32 seasons of content up there to go check out the old and the new. Then, of course, we'll be here next week, as Corey said, on Top Split TV, bringing you the best Formula Ford racing around, which is fantastic each and every week. And of course, join us on the Discord, which is where the SNL community lives and breathes. All things SNL, news, views, and other things will be there, as will many of the drivers after the race, and have a bit of a chat and a debrief and all that sort of stuff. But for now, folks, that might do us. Thank you for joining us both on track and off. Your support is very much appreciated. On behalf of the Chaotic One, Corey Steinhauser, I'm Alex McKellar, and until next time, I will say ciao for now.